Hello everyone, I'm back with another video, and in today's video we have an HP laptop. This is an HP Pavilion Gaming laptop. This model number is a 15-CB001, and this video I'm gonna show you guys how to open it up and how you can repaste, clean up the motherboard, the CPU, and the fan system. This one, it is pretty dirty. Even I just flipped it over. Look at the dirt coming off this thing. I'll leave the tools and all the thermal paste, everything I'll be using in this video linked in the video description, the recommended ones. Again, the cleaning from outside all depends to your likings. And I'm just going to show you guys how to get to those CPU fans and clean them up. I get lots of people asking me, "Oh, what was the difference between temperatures?" I'm not going to go over the benchmarking, the temperatures before and after. Obviously, this is clogged up. If it's dust up, the thermal paste is dried out. The temperature is going to be higher. So once you repaste it, it's going to be much lower and it's going to last longer. And doing a repasting cleaning is just pretty much a routine maintenance. It's just like having a car motorcycle. You're doing your oil change. By doing this service, you're not going to change anything in the system. Everything is going to be left the way you had it before. So there's no extra configuration needed. The only thing that's going to happen once you power on is going to, after 10 seconds, you're going to see a text saying that CMOS was reset to default. Press enter to continue. That's it. That's all you got to do. So don't panic when you see that text. Nothing's going to happen. All right. First thing first, power up the laptop, flip it upside down, and we're going to go over the tools that I'll be using. Tool number one, a good screwdriver set is a must. I purchased myself this iFixit screwdriver set, the basic tool set. And from this basic tool set, we're going to be using a Phillips number one. If you get the Pro set, they will include you with tweezers, opening tools, and stuff like that. If not, grab yourself a curved tweezers. And for the opening tools, I'll be using a metallic guitar pick. Right. And you can use a plastic spatula to scrub some dried thermal paste if you want to. One sheet of the workshop towel, it is a must. So get yourself one roll of this workshop towel. It's good to have around the house. Don't get microfiber towels and stuff like that. And I already have half of it chewed off. And next, a very important one is an alcohol. Let me get my alcohol. The alcohol that I'll be using is a 98, 99% isopropylic or isopropylic alcohol. Don't get anything under 98%. And the reason for workshop towel is over the microfiber towels that people use is as soon as you put an alcohol on this and you try to clean the motherboard, this will rip apart and will prevent damaging the components on the board. So that's why I always say use this workshop towel. Now, if you hear those bang noises coming inside in the video, that's because my neighbor took the best timing to do some construction work. So I can't do anything about that. So I apologize for that banging noise. I'll try to remove it as much as I can. All right. So down here on the bottom of the laptop, you're going to see a whole bunch of screws. There are two types of screws. The outside one, the exposed ones, which is one in the mid, one on the corner front end, and two mid backs. These are the long, skinny ones. So go ahead and remove these screws, and then we go over the hidden screws. Also, if you guys like my videos, if you find my videos helpful and helping you guys out, you can support the channel by clicking that like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. It helps and motivates me to make more videos, take requests, and answer your questions in the comment area. I appreciate that. All right, now that we removed all the screws, there's two hidden screws which are under the bottom back rubber covers. So we're going to put the opening tool here and we're going to lift it up gently, and we're going to see one right there, and there should be one more right over here. We're going to remove these two screws. These are a little bit thicker screws. We're going to put it to one side. Now, to remove the bottom cover, we are going to stick the opening tool between the palm rest and the bottom cover right there, and we're going to twist it, and you're going to hear a big click sounds. That's the cover getting loose. So do this all around in the front end. Don't stick anything more than 2 or 3 millimeter in the cover, the guitar pick. Go to the back corner. Here from the bottom side, bring it up. The back row, let me see if I can get it right over here. Right there, twist it a little bit. You hear those click sounds. Those are the fine. That's the whole cover is getting loose. There we go. Once you did those, grab it from the front, from side, wiggle around, and it will come out. You will need a used or new toothbrush to take it outside, clean up the dust mesh, and clean up the whole thing. All right, down here we can see the new replaced battery. I'll leave the link for the battery replacement if you want to replace yours, or you can do it even with this video. And there's a fan. This one looks good. I don't know if you guys can. This fan looks good, but this one is pretty dirty. Nice dust over the heat sink. So we're gonna remove it and we're gonna clean it. And again, most people say, what kind of thermal paste you use? It depends to your likings and what you can get your hands on. I highly recommend if you want to do it, go with an Arctic MX4 or MX6. Even right now, they came up with an MX7. You can grab those ones. Those are really good. You get a really good temperature readings with those. But if you want to go a little bit overkill, you can go with Thermal Grizzly, which I have no idea where I have mine. I should have it somewhere right here. There it is. So you can go with Thermal Grizzly if you want to. It's much expensive and the different temperature is not that much. But if you want to go the recommended one, get a PTM 7950. They look like a thermal pad, but these are actually thermal paste. So you cut to size, you put them over, and once it heats up, it will melt it down and it will contract because of the heat. It's a phase change material. So these are actually what they use from the factory. But you can use this one, but I'll recommend the MX4 or MX6. You get the same almost result, 1 or 2 degree difference, which is nothing. All right, to start doing the service, we're gonna first disconnect the battery. We're gonna use a Phillips number 1. We're gonna remove 1, 2, 3, 4 battery screws on the battery. Go ahead and remove them and keep them in a separate pile. And we're gonna grab it by the net connector here, and we're gonna bring it up, and we're gonna pull it towards the fan so we can release these bottom hooks. All right, first down here, we're gonna disconnect the fan connectors by grabbing it near to the connector, and we're gonna wiggle it around a little bit gently, and we're gonna pull it up. Same thing in here. Try to grab it near the connector. All right. So once we remove those, let's go ahead and remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws that touches the both fan. Go ahead and remove those. And the reason I'm removing these screws first to show those for those people that they only want to open up and clean up the fan or replace the fan. This is as far as you go. So go ahead and remove these screws. Now we can grab this fan, bring it up, and take it outside. Use a toothbrush and clean it up. Bring it, put it back. Same thing on this one. Take it outside, clean it with a toothbrush or replace it. And the fan. The fan models are tattooed right on the metal sheet right there. So if you want to replace them, and you can just go ahead and clean up the air vent in here. That's how you do it. Now, if you want to repaste, you don't need to disconnect the Wi-Fi cables. Just move it around. You want to disconnect 1, 2 screws in on the GPU and 4 screws on the CPU section. Keep them in a separate pile. Now, do not yank it from here, otherwise you're going to bend this tubing, heat pipes. You want to grab it near the CPU from here and bring it up, down a little bit, and you feel that crack, the cracking sound, that's the thermal paste. Once you do that, grab it from both hands by the neck here and lift it up, and it will release the tension. The sucking is coming from the thermal pads. So you can see the thermal paste in here. It is very dried out. Even for PTM, it is super dry. Okay, the PTM shouldn't be this dry. Now, the thermal pads in here for the VRAMs and for the power regulators, you don't need to replace them. They're really, really good. They're really soft and cushiony. But if yours is really dry and it's cracked up, then sure you can replace them. These are 1 millimeter thermal pads by 1 millimeter thermal pad sheet, and just cut to the size and replace them on the VRAMs and on the power regulators. So I'm going to take it outside. I'm going to use a toothbrush and have a duster. I will leave that link in the video description for a good duster. I'm going to dust it out, clean it up, and I'll be back, and we're going to replace the thermal paste. All right, I took them outside. I cleaned up the both fans with a toothbrush, nicely clean. All right, and clean up the heat sink. Now we're gonna do a repaste. To do the repaste, first we need to grab a little bit of corner of the workshop towel, and we're gonna soak it in an alcohol. Just grab the alcohol and put it right over, and we're gonna wipe over the CPU and GPU. Just keep going back and forward. Keep in a circular motion. You see this one will rip apart. I don't know if it's focusing or not. Right there is ripping apart. So just flip it inside out and clean up the CPU and the GPU. All you care about is the crystal die on the GPU and on the CPU, the crystal die. You don't want to clean up everything all around it. So you don't need to go crazy. All right. On the CPU, same thing. Just clean up the crystal die. But if you want to clean up even more, you can put a little bit of alcohol on top, like that. And what you want to do, you want to just with a spatula, you can break those dry thermal paste with a plastic spatula in the corners. You can do this if you want to be really picky. But again, it's not necessary to do this part. But if you want to be really, if you have an OCD problems, and then you might want to do all this. There we have it, nice and clean, both of them. We're gonna do the same thing on the heat sink. We are gonna put an alcohol right on the towel, and we're just gonna wipe it. I'm putting 2 fingers at the back side so I don't bend the tubing. It is really dried out. Even the so much heat, it decolorated the heat sink. So what I'm gonna do in here, I don't want to put an alcohol right on the thermal pads. So I'm gonna put like this. I'm gonna put a little alcohol in here. I'm gonna use a spatula to break it off. That one is not. I'm gonna grab a little sharp. So this one is really sharp. I can just remove it entirely. Don't worry about the decoloration in here. That's just a decoloration, but it's smooth. That's all you want to do. Make sure it's nice and smooth. There we have it. It looks like a scratch, but it's not a scratch. It's just really smooth, really soft and smooth. That's all you want. Once you have it in there, then you just want to apply the thermal paste. Put 1 drop on the GPU and second tiny or a line on the CPU. That's all you want to do. Next is grab the heatsink, bring it over. I like to put the heat pipe down in here in the front. Drop it. Once you drop it, don't lift it up again. Now we're gonna follow the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the screw heads, or you can just cross screw them. You can go even with the 2, 1. Doesn't matter how you start, but you have to cross screw them. That's why they have the numbers in there. The numbers are there to make sure that you are cross screwing it. So always cross screw them so that way the thermal paste evenly spreads over the CPU and GPU. Once we have that one in place, now we're gonna grab the fan. I'm gonna put the fan that was really used, which was on this side, on the right side. Because I see the fan mostly the fan that works is on this side. So I'm gonna switch the places. We're gonna put the connector for each fan in place. We're gonna put all the screws for the fans. You start from the middle section. Always put the right fan first near the GPU and then put the left fan first and then the right fan, because the right fan goes over the left fan. Next is to grab the battery, put the bottom end of the battery in place in 45, 35 degree angle inside the hooks right in there. and bring it down. Make sure the screw holes are aligned and the connector, and push it down in here. Now go ahead and put the battery screws starting from the center. And don't tighten up too much, just reach it and do a half turn, and that's what you want. You don't need to go crazy tightening it up. I will power it on so you guys can see. Now let's go ahead and put the bottom cover on. Put it over, push down the corner, the back, the sides, make sure you those nice big huge clicks down. That's what you want to hear. And to finish it off down here is to put the bottom screws on the corners. All right, so I will power it on. Always power it on with the charger connected. Put the rubber cover, rubber legs, or whatever you want to call them. Put the screws. Make sure that the covers go in nicely. All right, now let's go ahead and plug it in. I can find my charger. Oh, the charger is even dirtier than the laptop. Some people don't like keeping clean. So let's plug in the charger. Let's go ahead and power on. I see the green light. It might turn off on and off for twice, so don't worry. Just let it. It might flash twice, so nothing on the screen. I should get a text saying that CMOS was reset to default. So I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna fast forward this part so you guys can see how long it takes. So it's still not powering, doing a cycle there. It didn't do. It says CMOS invalid. CMOS will reset to default configuration. Press enter to continue. So pretty much just press enter, and it will continue, and it will start loading up the Windows. And this is how you can do Euro service for your HP Gaming Pavilion laptop model 15-CB. Again, I hope you guys like this video and helped you guys out. If you have any question or requests, feel free to leave them in a video comment. I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.